Today isn't about fixing everything. It's about seeing clearly without judgment exactly what's happening with you in the social space. Where are you with your social footprint? Which is really a great way to think about, okay, how am I becoming more visible with my work? Have I left enough footprints for your clients or for my clients to find me, right? It's like, what are your digital breadcrumbs, if you will? Even if you exist offline, what are the ways that people know to get to you? And I think what happens with audit sometimes is like people either see it and they rush through it, right? They realize that they have access to things and they get excited, but they don't do it, or they avoid it altogether because sometimes the data just feels so personal. It's like looking at your finances, like really looking at your finances sometimes, and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I want to know all of that, right? It can look like a lot, but that's normal. Okay. And what we feel, I want to tell you, isn't always facts. And I want you to have facts to make good decisions in this space in terms of how you show up and where you show up for your business, right? So as you go through this social audit, you are not asking yourself, what's wrong with me? You're asking what's actually happening and across platforms. Okay. So we're going to take a quick look at it. All right, so your social visibility audit, yes. So you're just going to go through it and click what is relevant for you and across platforms, right? So we get to go through things like presence, optimization, how are we showing up, in what ways are we showing up? And it just gives you data. So in the most simplest of ways, you're just going across the board and checking what applies. So if I rock with Instagram, I'm going to say I'm active. Yes. My frequency, 3 to 5 times a week. My visibility score, I'm going to say, I'm super active. My energy match, it's draining for me, even though I'm active. I focus on there. It's let's see, it's business, right? Then I go to LinkedIn. Are you on LinkedIn? Yes or no? Maybe you're not. Okay. And then same thing, you go through. So as you go along and fill in, and you just simply click on the drop down boxes, right? And you go where you need to go, it's going to start to give you information. And what happens is if you take your time with this, and it really shouldn't take you that long, it gives you like the big vision picture of what's happening in your business. And I think that's what's super important for us right now in our growth space, because it's going to really help us to understand like where are we leaking information in our business, right? The audit shows you where your visibility is leaking so that the rest of this challenge can be more focused and effective for you. So that's really it. So your instructions are just really to show up. All right. Very simple. Do the audit. Stop when you notice like that defensiveness that comes up, because really that's information too. Defensiveness is your nervous system trying to protect you from things like disappointment, judgment, shame, or doing it wrong. But there's no wrong in this space because we're learning together and we're pushing past our comfort zone and we're leveling up a little bit too. Okay. So I think that this is such a great way to pick up on what is happening for you and to address it. So, some of the ways that defensiveness may show up for you, or you may hear it, okay? It might be things like, this isn't for me, or I can't do this, or social media doesn't work for people like me, or I can't be authentic on here, or I don't want to be on here shucking and jiving and doing all of that, right? Or it shows up like perfectionism or avoidance or shutting down. Notice it. Okay. That response is information about your history with being seen, respected, and taking risks with your ideas. So this thing is deep. And knowing that helps us really build the emotional safety for you so you can have a better relationship with visibility. And that's pretty dope. Okay. So do the audit, friend. Notice your reactions and bring it back to the community so I can really help you out with those shifts and we can really continue to do business different, which is what this challenge is about and this space is about. Looking forward to see what happens and what you come up with.